So,
Go ahead.
my name is Deseros. I am autistic. I am 26 years old. This is a mom and son podcast. This podcast is to help people, and it is to help parents and autistic adults and children that it is to help autistic adults and autistic children that have autism. This is also to help parents understand their child or adult with autism.
Hello, everyone. My name is Deandria. Hi. Good evening. How are you? Yes. So I'm the parent. This is my son. Like you said, he's 26 years old, and uh, so we started this podcast to help the autistic children, the adults, and the parents of these autistic individuals. The reason why it was started is that we didn't think it was too much being done for the community. Okay. So, uh, God knows I'm a fighter. The universe knows I am a fighter. So, um, this is what we're doing. And we are out to please God and the universe. And we're doing it in their name. The podcast is called The Autistic Movement because it's exactly what it is. Okay. Um, Join us, like, share. We're so happy to have you and we appreciate you. We're going to be making different moves for our community. Thank you. Go ahead and start reading the topic. Mm, this is The topic for this evening is
It is it is about autism and organization. Autism.
what about the organization? What do you mean?
It is it is how some individuals can be organized and others may not be as organized.
Well, it's more than just organized. Okay, it's more than just about organization. It's just the different uh, aspects of people's lives, autistic individuals' lives. I have to excuse me. I'm a bit under the weather. So it's just something that got in me, my nose. I'm coughing and wheezing. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Okay. I'm going to start off reading the series and let you do most of the talking.
Yes.
Okay. Autism can impact various aspects of an individual's life, including their ability to organize and manage tasks. However, in it's important to remember that autism is a spectrum disorder, and individuals with autism can have different strengths and challenges when it comes to organizing. Okay, here are some considerations and strategies that can help that can be helpful for individuals with autism in the context of organizing, but it's more than that. Okay, go ahead, Sarah.
Visual support, visual cues and supports can be particularly
Speak up,
beneficial
baby.
for individuals with autism. Visual schedules, checklists, and calendars can help in organizing daily activities, tasks, and routine. Using color coding or visual symbols can make the information more accessible and understandable. I think that is true. It can. I think. I think that color coordinating different different tasks can help them to better. It can help them to have a better
You mean
grasp, and
us?
it can help us to have a better grasp on their task.
Okay. All right. Would you say? I mean, you can't speak for all the autistic people, though, right?
Or
Okay. So uh, it depends on if that person is a visual person, or if this person can go by checklists and calendars, because a lot of people don't know how to read a calendar. Okay, and that's just not autistic. That's just with some people, the daily activities, tasks, and routines. It's just a lot going into this, and unfortunately, this is still a data thing. Put them all in the room and take as much data as you can to try to figure this out. Okay, um, this to me would be better. Okay, the organization would be more understandable and better and taught more if they were an inclusive uh, bunch. Okay, um, or groups. So I do want to put in there it would have to be inclusive. So far, I haven't seen the inclusiveness. Okay, or maybe it's hiding around the corner or something, but it's not for everybody apparently. Okay, because you and then you have to get to these kids. You got to get them diagnosed. You can't just turn your head and say, "Oh, this is not happening." Don't turn your head because whatever you've been looking at, that you've been depending on, this neurotypical world, I mean, if you don't see any flaws in that, that's fine, okay? But it's going to have to take a strong parent to realize that this world is not made, this world is made for um, these kids to 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 be one way, okay? It's made to be one way in a neurotypical world. What you do is you go to school. It's almost like a holding area, till people get out, from that school, and you go to a workspace, and they teach you, and this is where you work. Okay, so the autistic children, they don't march to everybody's beat. Okay, especially the neurotypical people. They don't march to that beat. So instead of you just dropping them into a classroom trying to feed them the neurotypical world, they don't get that. So you have to go inclusive and teach them another way. And they have gifts, but maybe those gifts don't serve um, a purpose of some other kind, you know, and it has to. It has to be inclusive. It has to be taught that way, so that these kids can excel and soar within their own right. Okay, so let's see. Next is Sarah's clear instructions.
clear instructions, providing clear and precise instructions can help individuals with autism understand tasks and organize their approach. Breaking down complex tasks into smaller, manageable steps can make them more achievable.
Okay. Um, okay, go ahead.
I agree with that. I sometimes break down different tasks like cleaning the dishes, separating the dishes from. I do that by separating the type of dishes, and it helps me to clean the kitchen better.
Okay. So it's more achievable that way.
Yes,
Okay. Predictability and routine.
predictability and routine. Establishing predictable routines and structures can provide a sense of stability and help with organizing consistent schedules and expectations,
Concise.
concise,
Uh, consistent, I'm sorry.
consistent schedules and expectations can reduce anxiety and make it easier to plan and prepare for activities. Yes, I think that is true. Yeah, I mean, in an ideal situation,
You
I think
can,
that
Sarah, instead of try to uh, remember the paragraph, just you can take it sentence by sentence and then break it down that way. It's just like breaking down the word.
yeah,
Okay. So okay, let me read, and then I'm gonna ask you. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Environmental supports: creating an organized and structured physical environment can be beneficial. Okay. Um, do you have anything to say about that?
uh,
You want me to read the next line? Maybe we can
uh,
give you enough information. This may involve having designated areas for specific items or implementing organizational systems such as labels, bins, or shelves to categorize and store belongings. See, go ahead. What do you feel about that? Because
like
I feel the environmental, okay, environmental supports.
I think that it can help the autistic individual. It can
But did that help you? Did you have bands and stuff like that in school?
yes, it was in Orange Grove that we did have events and
So after
stuff like
that,
it.
it was nothing like that.
Uh,
See, that's what I'm saying. The inclusive environment, without that, we are doing a disservice to these kids, these individuals. Okay? Um, they need to learn in an environment because when he was in Orange Grove, that was third grade. Okay? Um, the it was an inclusive environment. All right. This particular teacher had two co-teachers in the classroom with her, and she had all of the multiplications on the blinds, on the walls, on the chalkboards, just everywhere, multiplications everywhere. And these kids were learning. These kids were learning. Soon as they got out of that environment, the kids kind of like went, everything went backwards. Nothing went forwards. The way she was teaching, didn't go forward. Um, it and you can tell it didn't go forward. Okay. These kids, like I said, they have to have an inclusive environment to learn. Otherwise, it's a disservice to these kids. Inclusive mean not thrown into an environment of neurotypical. You know, I just, I wish I can explain, better, or hopefully you are getting understanding what I'm saying. And I am speaking with the autistic parents and the autistic parents in the world. Please understand that some of this is being turned in. It's just not, the information is not spread everywhere. That these kids are not learning as they should. That a teacher that has studied, I guess, special ed is not at some of these classrooms. I just seen this video about this guy. He was in the classroom, and he was only a substitute, and it wasn't for special ed kids or autistic kids or anything like that. They just sat him in the classroom, and that was not his first day doing that. He said that. Okay, I have a copy of the video, but he didn't say it. Okay, he excuse me. He said that the kids were nonverbal, so therefore they weren't being turned in. This teacher wasn't being turned in to um, to anyone, the parents. The kid will go home, but the parents will hear nothing of it because the child is nonverbal, you know? And I don't even know if the teacher, because the teacher that wasn't the only day that that particular teacher was absent. I mean, do you know what is going on in the classroom with your child? A lot of you are working, okay? Some have a single parent household, some a two parent household, and you're out there, you're working, trying to put food on the table and take care of your some neurotypical, some autistic, you, and the only thing that you're doing is dropping the kid off. Okay, some of you are dropping a child off because it's nothing that you can do. And it just holds as a nursery. And most of the teachers will tell you, that they are not a nursery. They need for teachers, the parents to come up there. I mean, I just don't know who to say is more at fault. Is it the teacher? Is it the parents that don't have time to go up there? Is it the teacher? Maybe the teacher is not getting all of the information that they need in order to teach these kids. We just, something's got to give. Something's got to happen. Okay, come on, there. It's good. Let's go to the next one. Where are we, baby?
Task prioritizing. prioritization,
Prioritization. Task prioritization.
help, helping individuals with autism prioritize tasks and assist them in organizing their activities effectively, identifying and focusing on the most important of time sensitive tasks first can prevent feeling of overwhelm and improve productivity. I think that is some truth to that. I think that I think that I think that if people prioritize their tasks, I think that I think that if people I think that if autistic people were given a way to prioritize their tasks effectively, then I think that it would be beneficial to the autistic person.
Okay. Identifying and focusing on the most important or time sensitive task first can prevent feeling overwhelmed and improve productivity. See, you have to excuse me. I was just thinking, what jobs out there, what jobs out there are going to have the things that you all need in order to be productive, okay, to this society, okay? That's, I think that's the whole thing. It just so at least up until this point, it has been a neurotypical world, and so now there are some professors that are trying to figure you guys out, and you all are different from day to day. So I'm just wondering how they're trying to do that. It sometimes you guys have commonalities, and other times no. Okay, so I will go to the next one. I will. Am I on utilizing technology?
Yes.
Okay, various digital tools and apps can support organization and task management. These can include digital calendars, that would be great, reminder apps, or task management platforms that provide visual cues, notifications, and reminders. So, again, what job have tasks? What job have digital calendars and reminder apps and task management platforms? Or cues, visual cues to teach, or visual cues at a job. See, this one I'm saying, that's the problem right there. None of this, at least I don't know of any, has anything like that. Go ahead and read the individualized approaches.
Individualized approaches recognize that each individual with autism is unique, and what works for one person may not work for another. It's important to understand the individual's specific strengths, preferences, and challenges when developing strategies for organizing. This let's see. I agree that each of the autistic individuals are different. That's why one that's why what may work for one may not work for the other autistic person.
Right. Go ahead.
I,
Additional. Okay, go ahead.
it, it is I agree. It is. I think it would be beneficial to look at the strengths of different individuals with autism instead of looking at strengths I think it's overall beneficial to look at the strengths of each
But it
autistic person.
just said that when one works for one, doesn't work for another.
Yes, yes, I think it's beneficial to look at each individual who
But
is
they don't
autistic.
want to do that because they want to group people and get this person to be a productive person. How, in other words, in your opinion, how can a person, how can you have autistic people, which is one is different from the next? How can you get them to, I don't know, I don't know. It says additionally, it can be helpful to involve occupational therapists or professionals with expertise in autism. What kind of expertise do they have in autism? And executive functioning skills. They can provide tailored strategies and interventions to support individuals with autism in improving their organizational abilities. I would like to see that because I've tried different things myself, and I just this one I'm trying to find out what is maybe it's something that I'm missing here because to me, if you're being taught in a neurotypical environment, and I'm wondering, well, what is the purpose? Do you think, well, what's the purpose of them uh, teaching you in a neurotypical environment? Let me ask you this. What did you get from their, when you got out of Miss Henderson's class, what did you get from being in a classroom of neurotypicals?
I don't know.
You don't know? Exactly. That's why I'm saying uh, these kids have to be taught inclusively. You got to study them first. Take the time to study them and find out really what works because uh, I've been the mom of an autistic son for, like he said, 26 years. He's 26 years old. He'll be 27 in February. And he wants to be productive. Okay. He is wanting to be productive. But because of the different things, autism that he goes through, just staying on task, or if something else is in him that's calling him to do something else differently, if that task is not being met. Okay, so I do believe, like I said, this particular um, this particular teacher with her two co-teachers. Okay, when he was in, that was third grade, right?
Yes.
Okay, when he was in third grade, um, they were learning, but then being taken out of that environment and going from, and then as a matter of fact, he was going from school, from one school to the next school as he went forward, but they no longer taught like that, and that was a disservice. Okay, go ahead, disservice, because I'm repeating myself. Because I'm repeating myself because ah,
Says, remember, organizing skills can be developed and improved over time with practice and support, patience, understanding, and providing a supportive environment are key elements in assisting individuals with autism in their organizational journey. Are there any resources or tools available that can assist individuals with autism in organizing their tasks and activities?
yes, there are
Yes.
several. It says here, yes, there are several resources and tools available that can assist individuals with autism in organizing their tasks and activities. Here are a few examples: visual schedule apps. Okay, visual schedule apps. Um, you want to read that?
Yes, visual schedule apps. There are numerous visual schedule apps available for mobile devices and tablets. These apps allow individuals to create and customize visual schedules with pictures, symbols, or text to help plan and organize daily activities. Examples include choice works and first then visual schedule.
First, then visual schedule. Choice works. What is that? I wonder. What is choice works? Can you ask Paul what is choice works? And first, then visual schedule. I understand the visual schedule, but the choice works, I don't know what that is. Okay, so the Sarah's is going to check on that, and we're going to get. We're going to. I'm going to continue. It says here task management apps, calendar apps, reminder apps, visual supports and printables, time management tools. Okay. So what is ChoiceWorks here?
TroceWorks is a visual schedule and a communication app designed to assist individuals with autism, developmental disabilities, or other special needs. It provides a structured and organized way to create visual supports, schedules, and choice supports to help individuals understand and complete daily routines, tasks, and activities. The app typically includes customizable boards with visual cues such as pictures or icons representing different activities or choices. Users can create personalized schedules by adding pictures or icons to represent tasks or events in a sequential order. This visual representation helps individuals to anticipate and understand what is expected of them, reducing anxiety and promoting independence. Works can be used in various settings, including schools, homes, and therapy centers to support individuals in improving their organization.
Okay. All right. Well, that's something that I don't think is being used. That, I mean, at this point, having an inclusive environment, and they have so much out here, and that's good because, it's tools that can be used. Okay, guys, getting sleepy. Okay, and go ahead and go to the next series. This task management apps or
As
calendar apps. It's a lot of digital
task,
task management apps.
task management apps can be helpful for individuals with autism to organize and track their tasks. These apps often include features such as reminders, due dates, and progress tracking. Popular task management apps include Todoist,
To doist.
Todoist, Anydo, and Trello.
Calendar apps. Go ahead.
Calendar apps, digital calendar apps such as Google Calendar, Apple Calendar, or Microsoft Outlook can assist individuals in organizing their schedules, appointments, and events. They offer features like reminders, color coding, and the ability to set recurring events. The
Reminder apps.
reminder apps can be useful for individuals with autism to set reminders for specific tasks or activities. These apps often have customizable options for setting reminders through visual or auditory cues. Examples include reminder do remind me and my homework, visual supports and principles, various visual supports and principles are available online that can be used for organizing tasks and activities. These resources include visual schedules, checklists, core charts, and picture-based communication systems. Websites like Do to Learn and Teachers Pay Teachers often a wide range of visual supports and principles. Time
Teachers pay teachers.
yes,
Okay. I'm gonna look at these websites and see what they have to offer. You
time
know. Okay. Time
time
management tools.
time management tools such as timers and countdown apps can assist individuals with autism in managing their time effectively. These tools can help with task pacing, transitioning between activities, and staying focused. Some popular options include timer, focus keeper, and forest stay focused. It's important to consider the specific needs and preferences of the individual with autism when selecting resources and tools. What works well for one person may not work for another. It can be helpful to explore different options and assess their effectiveness for the individual's unique requirements.
Additionally, consulting with professionals such as occupational therapists or special education experts can provide further guidance on selecting and implementing appropriate resources and tools based on the individual's specific organizational challenges and strengths. Okay, so it says consulting with professionals of autism. Do you believe is that possible to be a professional of autism? If okay, let me ask you this: do you believe that a person outside can be a professional of autism if they don't have if they've never one-on-one experienced an autistic child or have had an autistic child? What do you think about that?
I think that it can be beneficial
Okay,
for
I'm asking you, do you think that it is possible for the professor or um, the people who study autism, okay, do you think that they would know more about you?
it is not knowing more about you. I think that it can still help even if they are neurotypical. I think given
I'm just saying they can help, okay, even if they're neurotypical. But do they really understand you all? In other words, like when you were in class, did your special ed, and you're not telling on anybody, okay? Because you've had a long um, life of school already. So these classes that you went to, well, did you? I mean, because I asked you, I said, what did you learn? And you just, what do you tell me when I ask you, what did you learn?
uh,
What did you learn? Um, okay, so did you learn something from a few teachers, like Miss Webb? You learned from Miss Webb. You learned from Miss Henderson, Miss Williams, Miss Martinez.
I think
Okay,
but
but the most part, those other teachers, did they understand your autism?
no.
Okay.
I still do think that it could be beneficial to take what is needed of a teacher, even if even if it's not much, you can still take what you need out of the teacher.
What did you take from there?
Some instances, I learned biology, I learned science, different.
Okay,
So,
and is biology, does biology help you now today in real life?
uh,
Okay. What? Okay, and what else did you say you learned
uh,
besides biology?
science.
Science. Okay, so is science helping you right now?
Uh,
Okay. So the history. I don't even know why to even, but the history. It's so many lies in history. It's just ridiculous. Okay, so did they teach you anything about your history as
Uh,
far as melanated, dark melanated people?
no,
No. Okay. So, but you took history.
yes,
Okay. So, and how is learning the other history helping you?
yeah, okay.
Okay. I'm just asking. I'm just asking. Let me see. You had history. Okay. Reading. Okay. Reading helped.
You already edit this part.
You're gonna edit it out. Well, you know what? You could just take it down. Period. Because we're gonna start putting up the post. Okay. So everything is gonna be new going forward. So any of the posts that you have, we can touch on that again. And what I mean, I don't know what you want me to do. You want me to? Okay, so you can turn the live off. So thank you, everyone. I don't even know why I'm saying that because no one's gonna hear it. You're gonna take it down anyway. So what do you want me to say? Let me ask you